You came back! Thanks so much. This time, doing things a bit differently, using my iPhone. I always have one of these. Using my iPhone to film this time. The video is a bit grainy last time. Got my trusty laptop. So we're just gonna go through some of the questions that you guys have asked. Oh, what is that? So over on our Instagram account, some of you have asked some questions more about the property purchase so far. Part 1 is on my channel if you want to go over and have a look at that.
You mind the videos?
It probably will make more sense as we go forward. So some more of the more general renovation questions we'll go through. Probably 2 years. Now I say it like that, it sounds a little bit optimistic. I think 2 years is a decent amount of time. I want us to take our time, but equally, you know, we want to live here and enjoy the house at its fullest. So we don't really want to, you know, be renovating for 5 years and move out in 6. Do you know what I mean? And only get a year to really enjoy the house and utilize everything that we're putting so much hard work into. So whether that means that we live here a bit longer or we just do things faster, I'm not sure. But I think probably 2 years is a decent amount of time. We've got so much done already. We bought the property, completed at the very end of October and began renovations in November. Basically we had a certain amount of budget to tackle all of the initial renovations that couldn't be avoided. So we started off by tackling, you know, rewiring, plumbing work, plastering the whole house, just things like that really. The hard, dusty kind of stuff, that's all been done. My husband is super efficient and he likes to get things done once and for all. He's not a little bit by bit kind of guy. I was, you know, saying, can we get this room plastered? And he was like, how much to plaster the whole house? But in doing so, it often works out much more cost effective to do it that way. He actually makes the right decision most times. Ding! But we did all of that work in, I think, a month and a half, 2 months. Basically also had a baby in December. Everything was kind of really pressurized to get us into the house because we were renting as well. So renting and a mortgage and everything. I think that was the incentive to get things done quick. But we've got loads of stuff we want to do, you know, an extension on the back of the house, opening up the existing kitchen and like a little toilet shower room and opening it up and making like a really long kitchen diner. I think that's probably the only other main renovation work because everything else has kind of been done. The mess, oh man. Before we moved in and just going into it, I just accepted that there's gonna be mess. Obviously, renovation mess is different to decorating mess. And if you've done it, you'll know. So renovation mess includes just dust and dust and dust and more dust because things are getting knocked down, pulled out. It's not just like regular dust, it's like particles of staircase. Going into it, I knew that there was going to be mess, so we just try and contain our living because the whole house isn't done yet. The kitchen is livable and our bedroom is semi-livable. It's been rewired, plastered, painted, carpet, radiators. So before we moved in, because we were about to have a baby, our plan was to really get everything as ready as possible. Our baby was born at the beginning of December, so we had the whole of November that we thought, yeah, we can get rewiring done, we can get plastering done, and we can get plumbing done, and we could, you know, and it takes 2 weeks. It'll be fine. And we thought everybody would be in at once and they'd all be working on different things at different times. It would just be like this amazing renovation cog of beautifulness. It doesn't happen like that. It never does. And when you're watching these shows, like I sit back and I'm like, how did they think it was gonna take 5 months? And now I'm that person, so I don't know what happens. You just sort of lose all sense of what's possible and what's realistic. But he wanted to get to a point where we could move in and maybe just hole up in our bedroom and just function from there. There was a working shower room downstairs, so we could use that. Obviously, when you have a newborn baby, you just need a baby bath. And put it in the shower that's there is quite wide. It's quite long, wide, long. So you could actually fit like a baby bath in the shower. And then the kitchen was functioning. It was so manky to start with, but we just zhuzhed it up a bit. Zhuzh, zhuzh, zhuzh. Is that a word or is that just my word? You know what that could do with? A little zhuzhing up. Darling, just zhuzh it up. Obviously going through the house, you can carry dust and stuff. So we have like house slippers and bedroom slippers. We use shoes to walk through the house. So we have like a little doormat at our bedroom door. We brush our feet and take our shoes off. My husband's idea was to get the house to a point where we could get all the messy work done and out of the way. Rather than doing room by room, he was like, okay, do it once, do it properly. The only room that we've not, 2 rooms, the main bathroom and the kitchen, because obviously we're having a kitchen extension done maybe next year or something, so it's not really going to be any point rewiring it and only to rip it all out again. And the bathroom, because I haven't decided where I want the lights to go. I think I have. I've marked them with little paint splatter on the ceiling. Renovation looks like so much hard work. Well done. Thank you. Love your page. Mwah, mwah. Thanks so much for following as well. Really appreciate it. Oh, we had a plasterer who had a meltdown. Oh gosh. Well, I say a meltdown, a bit extreme. It's not a meltdown. What was it, a meltdown? So we have had 2 plasterers. Second one was great. First one, great work. Just like, I don't know what was wrong with him. So at first we had him come round to have a look at our bedroom and quote us to get our bedroom done. Because remember, we were trying to move into the house, so we just thought get the bedroom sorted and decent, and then we can do the rest later and handle that another time. We had so much going on, so we had this plasterer come around and quote us. And Erin said, okay, while you're here, you might as well just have a look at the whole house, because potentially we are going to use you to get the whole house done. It's just right now we have other things to do as well, so we just want to get a quote for the bedroom. He's like, oh, I'll quote you for just the room and I'll quote you for everything. So we were like, okay, do your thing. So anyway, he went round, he's like,
oh, this is beautiful house, this is beautiful house.
It wasn't this accent, but you know.
Yard, lovely high ceiling, yeah. Love it. 6 bags of plaster, there's a bit mixed up this year. Need about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They sent the quote through, so we saw the quote and we said, do you know what? We can do more than just getting our bedroom done. We can actually do X, Y, Z. Can you do it for this price? And he was like,
yeah, sure, no problem. Looking forward to it. I'm super passionate about what I do. Working on these houses makes me art sing.
Blah, 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 blah.
We'll do the whole house in 2 weeks, but we're just doing a few things on the list, so a week will be fine.
Anyway, first day, first excuse.
Oh, gotta go to the doctor's because I've got a bit of shine on my face.
Maybe he did, I don't know. So obviously we were like, yeah, cool. Like, you know, who are we to stand in between a man and his doctor's appointment? Second excuse, so bear in mind it was winter. The guy would come and start work at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We had no electricity in the house, so this guy would be working by daylight. And it gets dark at 4. And then 2 hours later, he's like,
yeah, I've got to stop now because obviously the light's going, I can't see anything.
So be like, well, maybe if you started your day like normal people at like 8, 9 o'clock, you would have finished by now. He said he was going to come on one day, didn't show, called him, nothing. Called him, nothing. Text him, nothing. Next morning,
oh, I'm just having a breakdown. You're just not paying me enough.
Excuse after excuse.
You paid for 6 years of experience.
Like, fine, you're good at your job. Just do it, please. Do it. Yeah, from when I met him, I was like, not sure about this one. He just was going on about how he might as well be working at McDonald's. My husband's a lot more tolerant than I am, and so it just got to a point where this guy was complaining almost every time I saw him, and it was starting to really wind me up. So he'd finally completed the work that we'd agreed, and we paid him like the minute he asked. And yeah, we asked him to do this extra work, and you'd think he'd be going, oh yeah, amazing, thanks for like giving me more work. And he was like,
you've scammed me. You did, you tried to get a better price.
I'm like, excuse me, can you look at your calculations? We're actually paying you more than what you quoted us to do the whole house, a lot more, because we're doing it bit by bit. So is it just me, or are you thick? So we sacked him off, couldn't be dealing with his drama. Next, I think so, why not? In some cultures, people feel like, you know, you've got to wait and do things with your partner and grow together. And I 100% think it's important to grow together, not just for superficial reasons, but I think it actually is really bonding and forming when you evolve together. It's quite healthy and helpful, and I feel like it keeps you on the same page. But equally, you own a house, You own a house, it's a property, it's an asset, it's great, time is of the essence. The longer you have it, the better financial position you're going to be in at whatever point you get to. You don't have to go all out and do your like ultimate dream home, but you could buy something small to live in. If you're in a position where you can afford to buy, why pay rent? I think people think it's so final, like if I buy a house, that's me stuck now. No, just sell it. Sell it. Buy wisely and you'll be able to sell it. I think you think it's such a big deal and then you do it and you're like, oh, actually, people do this all the time. I think it's just a great investment and a great asset to have that's going to appreciate. So yeah, why not? Oh, Pinterest, Instagram. I just view the online versions of those magazines, so Architectural Digest. Hi. Various well-known interior designers, general like home inspo pages, major inspo, restaurant, our front living room. I basically got the inspo for that from a restaurant, I think it's in Denmark, called Flora Danica or Danica. And we love to go to eat quite a lot. I just pick up different textures and fabrics and how people have put things together, because obviously a lot of these high-end restaurants have been designed by really great interior design companies. I think that's quite a good place to look and observe. Because we love a project. Yeah, we just love a project, apparently. We just wanted the opportunity to do it ourselves. But we really like building stuff together. I think we just enjoy that process. And for us, this was going to be our family home for the foreseeable future. But also, actually, it was kind of a financially driven decision. Obviously, with an old property that you're willing to invest in, you can really reap the rewards financially in time. And so we just found that it was like a really, we just felt like it was a good opportunity for us to invest, do something we love, get a lot of enjoyment out of it, build a family home, yielding a good return on our investment ultimately. So yeah, we look forward to that day. Documenting it, that's my favorite part. As much as I like the process of getting it done, I've realized I actually don't like physically doing it. I definitely like seeing it all come together and evolving. The vision, planning what we're gonna do, that is one of my favorite parts. The second favorite part is seeing the structure come together. So for example, when we had the electrics done and then the house all got plastered again, and it was just in its raw plastered state, I loved that. Endless opportunities of what you can do with it, that's my favorite. Yeah, we've gone from living in living in a small apartment flat and using one room as everything to coming into a house that is 4 bedrooms with several other reception rooms, a separate kitchen and all of that stuff. So it was a lot of space to kind of get used to, but yeah, we're there. We used to like have a little meeting before one of us would go up and down the stairs, like, right babe, I'm going downstairs. Is there anything you want? Write the list, what are we getting? A towel, laundry, get you some food, you want a drink, shall I bring snacks? It felt like such a mission to go up and down the stairs. Obviously we were just being ultra dramatic. First world problems, I know, terrible. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching again. Remember to follow us, like the videos, subscribe. We've got other things to talk about that you guys have asked. Money, budgets, interiors, all of that's to come. Stay tuned, but make sure you like and subscribe while you're at it. Let's grow together. Bing!